Now might be a good time to dial down your emotional settings, the man said. He had no idea what the man was talking about. I'm dead, aren't I? It was a statement, not a question, because Jane now knew without a doubt that he couldn't be alive. No, you are not dead. Far from it. You are more alive now than you have ever been, and more powerful than you can imagine. Jane simply stared at the ship, willing it, and all of this, to go away. Unfortunately, the scene remained unchanged around him. Perhaps relocating to a friendlier environment would be helpful, the man asked. Jane didn't reply. All of a sudden, the vast ship winked out. The stars came back, but they were different somehow. Muted. Also, there was a grass horizon underneath them. He could feel the ground pressing up against his feet. The ground. Jane looked down. In the dim light, he spotted a body, to his relief. His body. He was naked, but didn't care. He raised his hands and squeezed his fists. I'm not dead after all, he whispered. He glanced up once more to study his surroundings. He could see the dim outlines of rocky outcrops ahead of him, pushing up from the earth. Some of those outcrops were illuminated by lamps that shined from the ground nearby. Each lamp was a different color. There were reds, blues, and purples. Gentle waterfalls flowed over some of the outcrops, collecting in a pool in a basin below. The rocks and the stars above were reflected in the water. It was very peaceful. A throat cleared loudly behind him, and Jane spun toward the source. The hooded man stood among a copse of palm trees that grew next to the rocks and pool. Feeling suddenly self-conscious, Jane quickly covered his private parts. Who are you? Jane asked. I am Xander. The man lowered his hood, revealing the leathery face of an old man. Interspersed among the wrinkles were the scars of battle, bullet and knife wounds, laser and plasma burns. His hair was white, ruffled, and his straggly white beard reached down to the bottom of his neck. You look like you've lived a hard life, Jane said. The man smiled patiently. Not at all. You were the one who gave me this face, and my name. Oh. I am your accomp, you see, Xander said. A what? A comp, the man explained. Your accompanying AI. I am with you at all times, essentially a virtual assistant built into your mind. So, we're inside that ship you showed me? Jane said. All this? He beckoned toward the landscape with one hand, being careful to keep his genitals hidden behind the other. We are, Xander said, though what you are experiencing here is a virtual reality created by your mind. You keep talking like I don't have an actual body. The ship is your body, Xander said. Your mind is the AI core of that ship. Dumbfounded, Jane merely stared at Xander. So, I'm a robot? Jane finally asked. To be precise, you're what's known in industry parlance as a mind refurb, Xander replied. While still human, you volunteered to have your brain scanned for the opportunity to be chosen to pilot a starship. 100 years have passed since that date. The original you, the human you, is long dead. But the machine you lives on, and will continue to live on ad infinitum, or until you are destroyed. Jane considered that. The previous horror he had felt was gone, replaced instead by a kind of abject awe. You'd think I'd be upset upon hearing the news, but it's actually kind of cool, Jane told the hooded man. That's the spirit, Xander said. Your mind was chosen to pilot a starship specifically because of its resilience to these particular circumstances. Jane studied the nighttime environment around him. This is a virtual reality, you say? Correct, Xander said. None of this is real, in the traditional sense of the word. But it's real to my mind in this moment, Jane said. If I can simulate a human body so completely that it seems identical to an actual body, then it doesn't really matter if it's real or virtual. It's all a matter of sending the appropriate...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.